Life often begins with uncertainty, the moment we step into adulthood. After years of studying in classrooms, surrounded by friends and the comfort of routine, entering the workforce can feel like standing at the edge of a brand new world. For Moko, this moment arrived right after her graduation from university. She was filled with excitement, but also an unshakable sense of nervousness. Her first job was at a small company. On her first day, she walked into the office, carrying both ambition and hesitation. The desk seemed unfamiliar, the chatter of her new colleagues felt distant, and the rhythm of work was unlike anything she had experienced before. This was no longer about textbooks or lectures. This was real life with real challenges. At first, Moko was assigned to the sales department. She tried her best, but the fast pace of the role often left her overwhelmed. Still, she held on to the determination that had carried her through years of study. Not long after, Moko was transferred to the accounting department. This change, though unexpected, turned out to be the turning point of her career journey. It was here that she met Mr. Oshima, a leader who would play a profound role in shaping her future. Mr. Oshima was not like the stereotypical boss people often imagine. He carried himself with calmness, patience, and genuine kindness. Instead of intimidating those around him, he inspired them. For Moko, who was still navigating her first steps in the professional world, his presence was a source of comfort. He treated her not as someone inexperienced, but as someone full of potential. Whenever she faced difficulties, he didn't criticize or dismiss her efforts. Instead, he guided her, explained with clarity, and offered practical advice. His words were never harsh. They were steady, encouraging, and full of wisdom. Slowly, Moko began to see that the workplace, which had once felt so intimidating, could also be a place of growth, support, and discovery. Looking back, it wasn't just the accounting tasks that shaped her experience. It was the way Mr. Oshima modeled leadership patient, caring, and deeply human. He showed her that being successful at work was not only about meeting deadlines or achieving numbers. It was about character, values, and the willingness to help others rise alongside you. For Moko, those early days in the company became more than just the beginning of a career. They became the foundation of how she viewed life itself. That even in unfamiliar environments, there will always be people who guide, encourage, and remind us that we are capable of more than we think. And so, Moko's journey began not with grand achievements or dramatic events, but with a simple yet powerful lesson. Kindness can transform fear into confidence, and guidance can turn uncertainty into direction. As weeks turned into months, Moko began to find her footing in the company. What once felt like an overwhelming maze slowly became familiar, and this transformation was not by chance. It was largely because of the steady presence of Mr. Oshima. Every time Moko faced a difficult report or felt lost with a new task, Mr. Oshima was there, not with criticism, but with patience. He had a gift for making complex processes simple, reminding her that mistakes were not failures, but opportunities to learn. His support went beyond numbers and documents. It was about building her confidence. What impressed Moko most was his fairness. He treated everyone the same, whether a senior with decades of experience or a nervous intern on their first day. His door was always open, his advice freely given. In a workplace where many felt pressured to prove themselves, his encouragement became a source of strength. Over time, Moko began to see him not only as a mentor, but as a role model. He led through example, bringing calm to stressful situations, showing respect to all, and teaching lessons no textbook could provide. When self-doubt crept in, a single conversation with him could change her perspective. He reminded her not only of her shortcomings, but of how far she had already come. His words carried weight because they came from both experience and genuine care. One project in particular stood out. At first, Moko felt it was impossible. Yet, step by step, with his guidance, she not only completed it, but did so with confidence. That success marked a turning point, showing her she was capable of more than she believed. Through experiences like these, Moko grew not just in skill, but in mindset. She discovered that work was not only about career advancement, but also about relationships, learning, and passing lessons forward. By the time years had passed, Moko was no longer the uncertain graduate she once was. She was confident, resilient, and grateful for the quiet, steady mentorship of a leader who believed in her. Eventually, Moko felt it was time for a new chapter. She decided to leave the company, not because of dissatisfaction, but because she wanted to challenge herself in a new city with new opportunities. She carried with her memories of long hours, shared laughter with colleagues, and most importantly, the countless lessons Mr. Oshima had given her. When she arrived at her new workplace, the environment was completely different. For a moment, Moko felt the same nervousness she had felt years earlier on her very first day. But this time, she was not the same young graduate who doubted her every move. She had something priceless, the wisdom passed down by her mentor. Whenever she faced a challenge, she remembered Mr. Oshima's words, "Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons." That simple reminder gave her the courage to keep trying, even when she stumbled. She realized that leadership was not about commanding others, but about uplifting them. These lessons shaped not only her career, but also her character. She discovered that the true value of mentorship is not just about gaining skills, it is about adopting a mindset that empowers you to navigate life with resilience and gratitude. Looking back, Moko realized Mr. Oshima's influence reached far beyond reports. He taught her to face challenges calmly, support others, and believe in herself. His quiet guidance was life-changing, reminding her that those who shape us most often do so without seeking recognition. From a kind word to a patient gesture, small acts can become lifelong lessons. Moko also understood that each of us can be that guiding figure for someone else, passing kindness forward. True education lies in values, and true leadership is lifting others up, creating bridges between gratitude, growth, and the future. Years later, Moko would sometimes pause in the middle of her busy life and think about those early days. She realized that while careers, cities, and circumstances change, the lessons of kindness and guidance never fade. Mr. Oshima never saw himself as extraordinary. To him, he was simply supporting a young employee with patience and guidance. Yet for Moko, his quiet influence became a pillar of her life, showing her that true legacies are built not from grand achievements, but from small, consistent acts of humanity. As she grew older, Moko carried his lessons forward, listening deeply, encouraging colleagues, and offering patience just as he once did. She realized mentorship is a chain of gratitude. One person lifts another, who then lifts someone else, creating ripples across communities. Her story reminds us that we all need someone to see our potential, and in turn, we can become that person for others. Education is passed heart to heart. Leadership is measured by the strength we inspire, and kindness leaves lasting marks. Like Moko, we honor our mentors by carrying their lessons forward and choosing to uplift others.